Welcome once again to Turkish Spotlight Secrets, the only corner of YouTube where the heartbeat of Turkish stardom gets louder and the whispers behind closed doors come out into the light. Today, I need you present, alert, and ready, because the ground is shifting under our feet. If you thought you had already witnessed every twist in the saga of the couple everyone can't stop talking about, brace yourself to rewrite everything. A rumor that was born in the most guarded circles of Istanbul slipped past the walls of discretion and set the internet ablaze. We're not talking about a casual like on Instagram or a stolen look on a set. We're talking about identity. We're talking about a name. We're talking about a sentence that could ignite the most anticipated wedding of the decade. Is it true that Demet Özdemir is already imagining herself as a Yaman? What is the real story behind that ecstatic confession friends swear she made? Today on Turkish Spotlight Secrets, we are pulling apart every syllable, reading every gesture, and weighing every reaction in the phenomenon known as Kandem. But before we plunge into this deep dive, remember your support powers this channel. Subscribe right now, ring that notification bell so you don't miss the moment the truth drops, and if you want to join our VIP family and help us keep independent voices strong, hit the join button. Your comments and your presence are what make this community different. Take a breath, because Demet has spoken, at least, that's what the insiders say, and the world hasn't stopped listening. In an industry where every phrase is usually filtered through polished PR statements, authentic spontaneity is a rare diamond. And that is exactly what seems to have happened. According to sources rooted in Demet's closest circle, she let her guard fall during a private get-together. Far from lenses and microphones, amid laughter and confessional warmth, she reportedly released the sentence that detonated the tabloids, "I'll soon be taking Can's last name, it's almost here." Let the weight of those words sink in. She didn't say maybe someday, nor we'll see what happens. She spoke in the language of certainty, of immediacy, and most of all, of joy that refuses containment. To speak of taking the last name is more than a legal detail, it is the merging of identities. In Turkish culture, and in the theater of a public romance, adopting your partner's name is the ultimate gesture of commitment. It's the moment when I blends into we, when two paths step forward under a shared banner. And if you believe the witnesses, that confession wasn't a calculated leak, it was a tide of happiness that broke through the dam. Those who were there describe a radiant Demet, a woman who sees her future with Can not as a someday fantasy, but as a plan she can already reach out and touch. Predictably, the moment those words seeped online, Instagram and the X platform exploded. Their fandom, an army renowned for loyalty and detective work, mobilized with precision. Demet's profile became a pilgrimage site, millions refreshing her bio as if the transformation could happen mid-scroll. The comments read like a chorus of delight, "The wedding of the year is coming, finally, the news we've been waiting for," and one of the most repeated, "They're so perfect that even the surname fits them." That wave of relief you felt? It was collective. As if a breath held for years finally found its way out. But here at Turkish Spotlight Secrets, we tilt the lens and check the other side too. There are the cautious, the ones who say, "Let's wait for the official statement," or warn, "Don't let the tabloids play with our hearts again." And yet even skepticism stokes the flames. Every new photo from Can or Demet becomes a tribunal of comments, thousands hunting for a ring glint, an extra sparkle in the eye, a coded caption. While digital battalions keep vigil, what's happening in the real world seems to whisper that a new chapter has begun. Leave the rumors aside for a moment and look at what can be seen. At a recent private gathering they attended together, their presence was that of a couple with nothing left to prove. Eyewitnesses recall a night where they existed in a space all their own. Side by side, trading secrets and whispers and laughter that needed no translation. No stiffness of a new romance, no choreographed distance of colleagues. There was ease. There was familiarity. There was intimacy. Yaman, in particular, was the quiet guardian at her side, a constant, attentive presence. Physically near, emotionally protective, never hovering but never far. Guests couldn't help but murmur, "There's nothing left to conceal." Watching Demet so comfortable, So at peace under Cannes calm watch, many concluded that the decision had already been made in private, and what we're witnessing now is the overture to the public announcement. The phrase "soon I will take his last name" slips in perfectly with that picture of absolute complicity. Let me pause and ask you directly, Turkish Spotlight Secrets family, what are your thoughts on a name change? Should Demet keep Özdemir as part of her brand and legacy, or does the idea of seeing Demet Yaman thrill you? It's a lively conversation at the crossroads of tradition and modern identity. Tell me what you feel in the comments, and if you're devouring this analysis, a simple like helps more fans find it. Now, a wedding in Turkey, like in many places, is more than two hearts, it's two families weaving themselves together. And this is where whispers become architecture. Social pages and insiders close to both sides have begun hinting that the integration is complete. Demet's family, they say, has known Can far longer than the spotlight made him a global name. The bond is warm, rooted in respect and real affection. For Demet's parents, he isn't just a co-star, he's the man entrusted with her heart. And on the other side, Demet is adored. Those close to Can echo the same sentiment. These two have written each other into their life plans. They're not plotting next weekend, they're sketching the next decade. That kind of approval is the missing piece that turns youthful romance into a grown, steady promise. If the families have already offered their blessing, a name change becomes the natural step on a road that's already paved. Another detail we've been tracking here at Turkish Spotlight Secrets is the subtle shift in their digital rhythm. Once, they guarded every pixel with military precision. Lately, the current has changed. Demet has begun sharing quieter, deeper signals. Not grand proclamations, but tender breadcrumbs, a love song under a story, a travel glimpse where his presence is felt if not seen, a caption that reads like a wink. Fans decode them like scholars reading ancient script, convinced she's gently preparing the stage. In marketing terms, it's a soft launch, training the audience to see them as inseparable. And Can isn't far behind. In recent interviews, he sprinkled praise on Demet. Not only as a talent, but as a human being. For a man the public knows as private and controlled, that kind of open admiration is a billboard for commitment. The seriousness in his voice has become the wind pushing the wedding rumors forward. Beyond the poetry of love, there's a practical harmony binding them. Friends whisper that they spend hours not just choosing dinner, but building a vision. They talk craft, cinema, philanthropy, business moves, and the map of a life. That depth of conversation tells you this isn't a spark destined to flicker out, it's a long fire. Demet's trust in Can's unwavering respect for Demet, have created a stable horizon where dreams feel buildable. When a couple makes their visions overlap, marriage stops being a question and becomes a timetable. Right now, Turkey, and plenty beyond, is holding its breath. The mention of the surname lit the fuse, and the anticipation has only grown. Every sunrise, millions wonder, is today the day? With each post, hearts leap. Tabloids are training their lenses on Demet's hands, hungry for that ring that will settle everything. And while the pair remain technically silent when asked point blank, it's a silence that feels more like assent than denial. No angry statements, no pleas for space. Just a sweetness, a steady smile, the serenity of those keeping a beautiful secret they fully intend to share. The arc of Can Yaman and Demet Özdemir reminds us why we fall for these stories. Co-stars who became something more, colleagues who might be writing forever. The possibility that Demet may take the name Yaman feels like the line that completes a script real life has written better than any series finale. At Turkish Spotlight Secrets, we promise to be first in line with official confirmation. We're watching each movement, each whisper, each breadcrumb. For now, we hold on to the image of two people leaning close at a party, laughing softly, eyes bright with something only they know, ready to face tomorrow beneath one shared name. Tell me, will the announcement land on a glossy cover or slide into an Instagram post at golden hour? Do you see a summer celebration by the sea or a winter ceremony glowing with candlelight? I'm ready for your theories in the comments. Don't forget to like this video if you feel the wedding coming, subscribe to stay part of this sharp-eyed community, and consider joining us by clicking join to support what we do. Thank you for being here, for dreaming with us, and for keeping this conversation alive. Stay tuned, stay passionate, and above all, Turkish Spotlight Secrets. See you in the next exclusive.